Oh, I really love this deck. Every hand just feels good. And we're facing Ulalek. So this is Ulamog and Kozilek combined. And it does stuff. Does stuff. Devoid, which doesn't really make any difference to anything. Whenever you cast a Drowsy spell, pay 2. If you do copy all spells you control, then copy all other activated and triggered. That's crazy. That's crazy. So you have a spell in the stack, you pay 2, copy that spell, and copy all other activated and triggered abilities. That's weird, man. That is so weird. And it's a 5-color deck, but it's, I don't know, it's just kind of bizarre. It's 5 colors, but it's no colors. It's 6 colors. Then, I guess. I have no idea what we're dealing with. Glaring Fleshraker. Cast a colorless spell, create a 0/1. Okay. Let's just get rid of that. I know we spent a turn to deal with this, but I really do not want that to exist. I do not want them to have residuals. Color spells equals 0/1s. Whenever another colorless creature enters the battlefield, deals 1 damage each opponent. So it's a perforates for colorless things. What the hell? It's pretty awesome. Sacrifice 2 other artifacts on the creature's put indestructible counter. We could legit just do that. Okay. So Mondrak is going to be very strong. Interesting that Mondrak has a trigger that reminds me of Breya, sacrificing 2 things. Path of Annihilation. Enters battlefield, create 2 0/1s. Whenever you cast a creature with mana value 7 or greater, you gain 4. What the hell? So basically, it's like adding 2 mana to the mana pool. Let's take care of one of these. I do not want them to have too much mana. Okay. And we'll go for Breya, which will give us 4 1/1s. And I'm going to be very cruel here. Kill that. Oh, absolute brutality. I do not want to see that deck go off. It is terrifying. Hello and welcome to a very exciting episode. Today we are celebrating the release of Modern Horizons 3 into Arena, which is unprecedented because it's such a powerful set. Arena only used to get standard sets and a few supplementary sets, but now we're getting really powerful sets, modern-only sets. And Breya finally makes it into Modern and into, well, Modern's not on the game, but in paper it is, makes it into Arena. And it's awesome because Breya is one of my longest standing paper commander decks. So this is such a great day for me. We're reaching a point where we can pretty much make a lot of our modern collection of decks in paper in this game, and I just absolutely love it. Brea is one of my favorite creatures of all time. It's just a shame that the artwork they chose here it's just not as good as the original, which is a real shame, but I just have to deal with it. So what does Brea do? She's 4 colors. She's not green. That's how I would describe this color combination. And she wants to create loads and loads and loads of artifacts and tokens in order to sacrifice in order to get her activated ability off. Now, in terms of aging, I don't think she's aged that well. I've had a lot of discussions with my friends about this. She uses 2 resources to do one thing, and you have to pay 2 mana in addition. So actually, it's a lot more than that. You have to pay 2 mana, sacrifice 2 things in order to get one thing, and that is pretty rough. It's pretty rough, right? So we're not really. She's definitely the icing on the cake, but she probably won't be doing a lot of the heavy lifting. That'll be down to the rest of the deck. Now, how do we abuse the fact that we want to make loads of tokens? We've got pretty much every token doubler or trigger doubler that we can think of. Anointed Procession, Teleportation Circle to flicker Breya, Mondrak to get double tokens, Palamonican to get double ETBs, Roaming Throne to get double ETBs, Alishnorn for double ETBs, Virtue of Knowledge for double triggered abilities. So they all basically do the same thing. So they're all going to get loads and loads and loads of tokens. Now, what do we want to do? There's actually a lot of things we can do in this deck, this is why it's one of my favorite decks of all time, because it's just one of the most versatile things I've ever seen in my entire life. So we can go Tezzeret, takes +2, drains each opponent equal to the number of artifacts we control. This could get absolutely phenomenally big. So this is definitely one of your best win cons. Sun Titan can bring back stuff you sacrifice, bring it back to the battlefield. Really good. Ugin's Nexus finally gets a deck that sees play. I've been using this in paper for so many years now, and it's nice to finally be able to use it in a paper deck that actually has something we can do with it. So how does it work? If a player would be an extra turn, skip it instead. But if this is sacrificed, put into the graveyard, you get an extra turn. So with Ugin's Nexus out, you can sacrifice it to Brea, get an extra turn. That's pretty awesome. This does nothing by itself, not really. We also have Nahiri's Resolve, which flickers any number of creatures you control, gives them +1/+0 haste as well. There's so much synergy for this deck, it's absolutely beautiful. I noticed early in playtesting, Fractured Identity actually gives you a token copy of an opponent you just exiled. Now, this means you will get multiples of them if you've got Undaunted Procession out. So if you exile your opponent's best thing, you're going to get 1, 2, 3 of them, which is pretty epic. What else? Tezzeret makes your first activated ability each turn cost 2 less to activate, down to a minimum of 0, which means that you can use Breya for free in your opponent's turn, which is pretty cool. This is the pretty much similar ability to Training Grounds, although Training Grounds can't reduce ability, activated ability cost to less than 1. So you'll be playing 1 with Breya, but still not too bad with this. Shame it has that restriction. What else? So Joyra will be drawing you cards every time you cast a strike spell. I noticed that this is a longer deck than usual, because this is one of my absolute bays. So we'll keep going. Tezzeret makes treasure tokens. Not fantastic Planeswalker, but in the deck I think it's definitely got a place. Liberator gives all your color spells and artifacts flash, which is really cool. All he does cool is basically a proxy until Perforos comes out. Perforos is the card I have in paper, and this, to be fair, we've got both. But yeah, whatever creature comes in deals 1 damage to each opponent. Now, if you keep flickering your stuff, this is going to go over and over again and be ridiculous. Also gives your creatures +1/+1, which is very similar to Flying on the White Tree. So if you play Breya out, you're going to get 4/4 and 2 1/1s. But with Flying on the White Tree, you're going to get a 6/5 and 2 2/2s, which is just wild. Anna Bakal's crazy in the deck as well, because you just, whenever she attacks, you get loads and loads of gnome artifact tokens, which equal to a power. And this can be crazy because you're going to be making 2, 3, 4 gnomes each turn. Curse Mirror is just a nice addition to the game as well. This freshly came out, comes in, becomes a copy of any creature in the battlefield. So you could actually do this as a copy of Breya just to get the legend rule. So the Curse Mirror will die because it will legend rule itself, but you'll get 2 tokens. So if you've got anything else out like Procession, you'll obviously get 4 tokens. So Curse Mirror is really spicy tech. And also, hilariously, in Commander, if someone is using Blightsteel Colossus and you play this, you get a hasty version of it. You can kill some of the Blightsteel Colossus that isn't even yours. Pretty awesome. Size, nice. Whenever you cast After Spell, you get a 1/1. So I intimately know a lot of these cards because I have a lot of them in paper. Gulma isn't available in paper, but it would be awesome. Whenever he attacks, you create Tempered Steel into your hand. You can have infinite copies of this as long as you attack infinite times, basically. And then he creates a 1/1. But obviously, Tempered Steel is just a really powerful buff for all of your artifact creatures, because obviously Breya makes artifact creatures. Ultic Matter Weaver. This is a really cool recent one. Cast a creature spell, you get a colorless gnome artifact, or you get a token as a copy of an artifact token. So depending on what tokens you have, this can make some crazy things. And then at the 2 mana slots, we've basically got an egg package. Now, if you don't know what an egg is, it's basically a card that comes in and draws you a card. So we've got Spare Supplies, Prophetic Prism, Lembas Bread, Ichor Wellspring, Guild Globe, Golden Egg and Eye Vecna, and Energy Refractor. They all come in and draw you a card. Now, why do we have these in the deck? We just need fodder to sacrifice with Breya. Now, bear in mind, some of these will even re-trigger with is Panamonican? Artifact or creature enters, double triggers. Now, if you're drawing 2 cards just by playing 2 mana, that is pretty freaking crazy. Awesome. Wishclaw Talisman. We finally have a deck for this. This is the cheekiest bastard card you can put in the deck, I think, because it's basically Demonic Tutor. 2 mana Demonic Tutor, legal in the format, because what you do is you activate this ability. Well, it's 3 mana really, but then on the stack before the Wishclaw Talisman goes to your opponent, you hold priority and then you sacrifice it to Breya. Your opponent will not get Wishclaw Talisman, and you will tutor, which is awesome. And this is from the latest I forgot what it's called now, the Piety set. So it comes in, each opponent sacrifices a creature. This is really nice, normally on a sorcery or instant, but because it's an artifact, it means it's just more things to sack for Brea. It's absolutely beautiful. I love it when a common comes out, it makes you excited. Same with Mythic Draft, it just comes in when it enters or dies, draw a card, lose a life. This is just wild. This is basically a black version of the Ichor Wellspring, which is kind of weird to have a black version of it. It's basically the same thing, but you lose life, slightly worse. And Fabrication Foundry is one of the few 2 mana ramp spells that gives you a colour, and it can revive stuff from the graveyard pretty good. And Clarified Bricks just gives you a planes when it comes in. Again, we're searching for instant and sorcery style effects stapled onto an artifact, and we do that because we set up Breya. And then also got Ragavan because he makes treasures, which are artifacts. You can sacrifice them if you're absolutely desperate. And when everything dies, goes away, you can bring them all back with Dance of the Demands, which is kind of epic. Bring back all your eggs, take them all out. This is a really powerful shell, guys. It takes a hell of a lot of wildcards, though, just because of the land base. Land base is absolutely insane. We've got cycles of the checklands, cycles of the hallowed fount, the shocklands, cycles of the surveil duels. We've got cycles of the fast lands as well. So we've got four of those. Then we got the triomes, which fit in the deck, and we've got 3 fetches, just because I couldn't fit any more in, just due to I want to have 2 of each basic, just in case. So this is quite the deck tag, but that's because this is quite the deck. I've waited a long time to have this in Arena, and I'm just really pleased. It's a great day. It's a good day to increase my morale and make more content, because, yeah, the current state of Arena wasn't so great. But yeah, Modern Horizons 3 hopefully introduces some new powerful cards and interesting things. Hopefully we see some different things now, and not just bloody, the same thing over and over again, but we'll see. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy today's video. Before I get into the gameplay, I just wanted to say, I just wanted to recommend a TV show I've finished watching. And something I don't normally do. I used to do it a while back during gameplay, but I want to get it off my chest. It's called Scavengers Rain, and it's on Netflix. If you like very unsettling horror elements, sci-fi elements, I highly recommend this animated series for you. It's on Netflix. It came from HBO Max. I don't know why HBO just relinquished it, and then Netflix kind of saved it, put it onto their network. The plot is kind of like, imagine Lost in Space. So there's a crew of people on a spaceship. Something happens to the ship. Multiple parties of the ship get crashed and abandoned on this planet. And the series follows 3 groups of people as they try and get back to the ship and leave the planet, alien planet. And saying it out loud reminds me of just the Pikmin storyline, which is kind of hilarious. If you've ever played Pikmin on the GameCube, you'll know exactly what I mean. Captain Olimar trying to get off the planet. But the thing that I love about the show so much is it's just unapologetic. It's not scared of showing you pretty graphic things, especially for a cartoon animated series. It's so dark and so grim. It's unlike anything else I've seen, really. But yeah, I think the closest, I guess, is Lost in Space. But imagine Lost in Space was an 18. So combine it with kind of like the Ridley Scott Alien universe in terms of kind of like the unsettling gore, not in terms of the designs. The designs, in fact, are the best things I've ever seen ever. The design team need to get awards for this animated series. It's just so beautiful, and I don't think enough people are going to watch it because it's not got a great title. Scavengers Rain, Reign. It just doesn't sound snappy, and I wouldn't have watched it unless I saw a little snippet on Netflix. But yeah, definitely watch it. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but it's just really good. Just check out one episode. They only got 20-something minutes. The animation style isn't what you're used to. It's a bit more pastel-y, a bit more subdued. But once you watch 1 or 2 episodes, you really sink into it and you really appreciate the simplicity of the animation style. Even though it looks a bit basic, it's actually beautifully rendered. I think they secretly did use 3D renders for it, and they went over the top with kind of like a filter. But yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. Please check it out. I think it's in trouble. It needs someone to pick up a second season. It's in like development hell. Just give it a watch. Just see what you think. Tell me in the comments below. Scavengers Rain. Check it out. Okay, this hand seems pretty good against Tovolar. They're going to be very aggressive. And we could probably spend our first turn going for a tri-land of some kind. Just to make sure we get the mana we need. There is the argument to be made about going for a Surveil land early on, but in 4 colours, I think it's better to just do this, really. Until, of course, the day they make Triomes with Surveil, which will probably be inevitable and come out one day. Give it some ramp. So this is a very, very unique arcane signet, really. Adds 1 white, only for artifact spells or abilities and artifacts. Well, luckily for us, we have an artifact commander and many artifacts in the deck. Obviously, use arcane signet in addition to this. Do we go for Breya first or Flowering first? We're going to have 4 mana. Yeah. Let's go for this. And this. And then that means we're playing out a commander with a little tiny bit of protection. The Ward 1 might be nice. And then we also have Bitter Triumph to maybe kill the Tovolar. We'll see what they do. If they go for Tovolar, it's almost likely we're just going to kill it with the Triumph. I think we don't want to mess around too much. We want to be efficient. We want to get rid of opponent's threats. I think killing opponent's threats is probably more important than stabilizing your own. It just really depends. Like, they haven't had a perfect 1 mana, 2 mana curve into this, so we've been pretty lucky, especially given how aggressive Brawl is as a colour combination. Harrow. What does Harrow tell me? It tells me they've got bigger, better stuff going on in their hand, which is a bit scary. They're trying to get to something bigger. But then they can still play Tovar anyway, so... Oh, what do we want to do here? I think we definitely want to go for the Lantern. We definitely want to kill it anyway. Let's just lose the life here. Let's just imagine we got hit by it. That's fine. 3, 4, 5. So next time we can for Brea and then use her ability if we really need to. And we'll feign some kind of spell with the fetch land here, just in case. We can feign Fatal Push with this, or, I don't know, some 1-drop counter spell. So Fabrication Foundry, pay 3 tap, exile 1 or more artifacts you control with total mana cost X. 1 or more, return artifact with mana X or less when we go to battlefield. That's really good. Whenever it attacks, deals 1 damage to bloody blah, bloody blah. Okay, so yeah, let's crack this before we forget. Go for Surveil. Wow. Fires would be good for... I'm actually going to keep that. It means we can cast our commander quite a lot. If they don't deal with it, it's going to be very annoying for them. So whenever it attacks, deal 1 damage to each up to 1 creature, player, and or planeswalker. That's a lot. That's 3 damage divided. That's almost like Inferno Titan. It's kind of crazy. We're down to 13 already. That's crazy. 4, 5, 6... 7. So if we do this, we can go for Breya and activate an ability. Nice. And we don't have to do it here. We can do it in their turn. Having a 6/5 Breya is pretty epic. So we can basically kill this at instant speed. There's no need to hurry, and we'll definitely be sacking the Ica Wellspring. Tovolar's Huntmaster. Oh, jeez. Getting 2 wolves. God damn it. Well, we definitely want to kill this either way. I mean, if we were desperate, we could even sacrifice Breya because we can cast her for 2 mana basically. Oh, Liberator. Okay. Ugin's Nexus. Okay, here we go, guys. This is exactly what I want to show you guys. So that comes down for free. Probably should have gone for the Liberator first, actually. So we're going to sacrifice... What do we want to do? I'd really like to kill this, to be honest. Maybe we just go over the top first. And then 6 is annoying. I'm just going to gain some life. Sack 1. Sack 2. Being at 11 is kind of scary. So we get an extra turn after this. Okay, let's see what we get here. That's a shame. So we can't actually capitalize on that very well. What we could do is get the Ica Wellspring back. Exile one or more other artifacts you control, mana value X, return. Okay, let's do that then. So let's use the mana here. So mana value X, mana value pay 3. So we're basically doing a switcheroo. Just to draw a card. Trading grounds. That makes it a bit cheaper. Okay. So I think we're actually going to go in here. If they choose to block, then so be it. If they want to trade the Tovalars for the Breya, that's fine. Okay. And then we're going to use the Breya. Deal 3. Sacrifice herself, sacrifice the Wellspring. There's so many paths to go on here. Go to the command zone. Yep, that's right. Another friggin' land. Replayer for 2. Get 2 more Thopters. And pass to them. Averbrook Caretaker. Okay. Being in combat, put 2 counters on another creature you control. That is annoying. Can we win next turn? I don't know. We'll see. Put 2 counters on another creature. I think we just champion this hit. Enters the battlefield. Okay. I think they see the writings on the wall. They've got no reach, so our flyers are going to deal 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then, yeah, I think they're dead. Because we can sacrifice Brea once again, and then recast her for 4 mana, and then use her ability for once. Yeah, this is such a technical deck. And you can see now why the Fires of Invention is so good. Wow, and a Sun Titan as well. That's crazy good. Yeah, might as well go for the Sun Titan for free. Bring back the Echo Wellspring, which is apparently the best card in the deck. Right, and we go over the top. Down to 4. Use her ability. Lightning Bolt to the face. So I'm going to sacrifice 1. And 2. Look at the technical nature of this. Lovely. And then we're going to do it again. 3 damage. 1 and 2. There we go. Beautiful. She's very strong. It's like having a Planeswalker built in, but yeah, you have to do a lot of thinking with this deck, but I hope you enjoyed seeing what its potential is. I'm going to quickly interrupt this video to tell you this video is not sponsored, and because of that, the channel does need help from people like you. So if you do want to support the channel in your own way, you can like and subscribe, which is completely free. But if you want to go the extra mile, you can donate to the channel via my Ko-fi link below, or become a channel patron. And if you become a channel patron, you can get a custom video of your choice. Check out the details below. God damn, this is a good hand. We have to keep this. Versus the brand new Ashling. You don't lose unspent red mana as in phase's end. When you cast or copy instant or sorcery, discard a card, then draw. Then the second time, 2 damage to each opponent and each creature they control. If it's third time, this is like the new Urabrask, isn't it? I think we should be good though. Should be fine. Ristic Study's nice. Torn between what to do next turn. Maybe Ristic Study. And then pray we get some removal feel. So yeah, it's definitely a Urabrask style deck. Go for the Study here. Once we get Nahiri's Resolve out and Brea, we're going to be smashing him in the face quite a lot. So they go for land and sack the treasure. They can go for Ashling, but then we get to draw a card. And then we're going to have to find a way to kill this, because that is quite scary. If their deck is just going to be 1-drop red spells. They're giving us a card. Oh, wow. And Fires of Invention. I freaking love this card. Okay, let's just risk the Breya here. Not my greatest move, but it's a lot of stuff to deal with. it was tempting to go for maybe Rafine's Tower and then resolve, but then yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Ashling. So interestingly, the Hazard's Monument kind of cancels out the Heuristic Study. Ooh, okay, they're leaving the mana up. Does that mean they're going to go off here? I don't really know. Can they? I'm not sure. This makes their 2 drops, 1 drops. And also the Heuristic Study is going to be drawing us so many cards. Two damage. What? That's a bit strange. That was a bit strange. Add 1 mana of any colour. Annoyingly, we only have 1 red source. So how the heck are we going to deal with this? We have so many tap lands as well. We're not going to be able to do what we want to do. Unless we sacrifice 2 things. Yeah, I think we're just going to do that. She's just too scary to keep alive, unfortunately. Had to be done. Had to be done. She's the linchpin of the deck. I feel like they made a mistake with the Magma Spray, though. Not sure why they did that, unless they wanted to just draw a card for some strange reason. And then I think I will also use the Braid on the Hazard's Monument, otherwise their commander's going to cost 5 rather than 6. Yeah, we can get to 6 mana and get Tezzeret out. Things are going to be juicy. But even next turn is looking great. Fires of Invention gets around the whole red mana issue. Okay, so they're going to copy the next spell. Chaos Warp. Does that... They're going to Chaos Warp. Oh, okay. Enters tapped. Fair enough. So they got rid of our Ristic. Galma. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's go for it. Oh, mate. Look at that. Was absolutely stacked. They had no chance there, sadly, but wow. That was going to be an exciting follow-up time. Look at all these amazing spells we had. Alright, let's see how this goes. Not much mana, but we do have 2 kill spells, which is going to be nice to deal with some of their early threats. Ragavan. There's no red sources, so we can't actually do that. That's a shame. It's not often you see Ragavan going in the bin. Interesting to see, though, how many people... Oh, what do? Do I just kill the Gotla Greeters? I think so. Ah, just use the Triumph. Just use the Triumph. I might regret it if they play a Planeswalker, but by keeping up the 1 mana stuff, it means we can just optimize our mana later on. But yeah, what I was going to say about Ragavan is he's very powerful early game, but late game when you draw one, is he as good? Probably is because of the dash. You can probably spare the 2 mana quite easily. Got to snipe. Let's draw a card here. More land is fine. I want to kill that. I don't want to die to just 2 damage left, right, and centre, given that they're probably a very spell-heavy deck with a lot of spree effects. Elvish Mystic. Okay. And here we go. Here comes Riku. Weirdly, we need more mana. But that's not white, but it doesn't matter. It's fine, it's mana, isn't it? And then let's draw another card here, and then I think we're just going to kill the Riku, to be honest. We want to turn off their synergy. Oh, that's gross, and they're getting Balmor. Yikes. Okay, so that just confirms it is a very spell-heavy deck. And now we've run out of kill spells. And they can just go for Riku again. Gross. Solemn. Yeah, I guess we'll just go for Solemn here. Because I don't want to just go for Breya and then she just gets murdered instantly. And actually, having the Curse Mirror is pretty cool, because we can have Curse Mirror come in as a copy of Solemn if this stays alive. We should be able to survive a couple of boosts from the Riku, but I don't want it to stick around too long. I feel like we've used so many kill spells already. We've used 3 kill spells. Yeah, I don't really know what to do here. We definitely need to kill something. If they tap out, that's good. Because then we can go for Breya and kill the Riku. But if they have Balmor... Balmor doesn't give a toughness boost, so that should be fine. Okay, so Solemn wasn't long for this world. Jeez. That's going to be 9, 10, 11 damage. Okay. Balmor is terrifying with their deck, because it just gives such a wide buff, and considering that Riku... Oh god, if they do this as well, that's going to be an extra 1, 2, 3... More counters on stuff. Ugh. Yeah, this is very difficult. Shock Typhoon. Okay, so we're going to take 11 down to 9. That's not good, is it? Okay. Go for Breya. And we'll try and kill the Riku here. Probably not the best thing for us to do, given that they've got a Balmor, and any instant or sorcery is going to give them such a humongous buff. But we can only stall for now. We don't have the direct answers, sadly. 3, 7, we can then go for Riku again. God damn it. But if they do go for... I don't know. We can block ground troops. The aerial stuff is going to be a lot tougher. They could just play the Shock Typhoon, and we're going to struggle to get through that as well. To the end of your next turn you can play it. That's a long window of being able to play that Shark Typhoon. I guess it kind of panned out. I think if I was them, I'd just go for Shark Typhoon, swinging over the top. That's 4, takes us to 5. I'd love to get Tezzeret out. Could give us a... But I think the issue with Tezzeret is he's not going to survive. Great Henge, what the hell? Wow, I did not expect to see Great Henge in their deck. Goblin Bombardment. Sack a creature, 1 damage any target. That's pretty disgusting. So we are in a lot of danger now. Okay. Let's swing in here. And what do we want to do? The bombardment, they can... So basically, every time we try and kill one of their things, they're going to be able to... How do we get out of this? I don't think we do. I'm going to have to leave the 2 mana up as well, just to use the ability. I'm scared. The stupid 1/1. Yeah, Balmor's going to be the end of us. It's going to be the end of us. At least we can block the flying here. But it gives them trample. Oh, jeez. As if it gives the attackers trample as well. So many words. So if they do... Okay, fair enough. So they can use it at any point. I was thinking they might have done it there to make me force using Breya, but... We can definitely gain 5 life here. But is it going to be enough to stay alive? I'm going to sacrifice these two before that resolves. Because I don't want that to be an extra 1 damage they can deal out of nowhere. Okay, I mean, we might want to think about using the Kerrigan's command on the Great Henge as well, because that is something that's going to be we're going to have to deal with. So they have 4 damage, basically. So we have virtual... Well, we're going to take it to 7. We're virtually at 3. Which is not good. So he doesn't have trample unless he casts a spell. So absorbing that's felt pretty good. Okay. So what do we want to do here? We can have Curse Mirror come in as a copy of any creature. We can have Tezzeret deal a couple of things there. We only have 1 blue mana. That sucks. We can go Wishclaw Talisman and then very carefully try to do the thing that we want to do. Okay. Do they have a counter spell for this? So we have to do this at sorcery. Oh, only doing our turn. Okay. Let's go to full control. So let's activate this. Paying the 1. And then in response to the ability... try to give Riku -4. Okay. Sacrifice 2 things. So we try and kill the Riku. Do they have a counter for this? Or some kind of... Or they're going to just sacrifice with the Goblin Bombardment here. This is making things really awkward. Okay, they're going to kill it, taking us to 9. Fair enough. Now we can get any card. What do we want to do? Maybe kill the Balmor? Somehow? Fatal Push? Please let me a counter spell. Izzet Charm. God damn it. Well, I suppose they used it in there in our turn. Izzet Charm. I've been hosed by that twice today. That's kind of irritating. Choose attackers. We might as well attack because we're going to flicker her anyway. Alright, well, let's just pray they don't have another instant or sorcery, otherwise we're going to be really screwed here. Pretty intense battle with Balmor out. Balmor just makes everything horrendous. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 1 off Riku. Oh no, they're not. They can just go for Great Henge. But I tried to kill the thing that was going to kill me rather than kill the thing that's going to not kill me. Well, I don't know. Just doing what I can with the things I have. Being very selective in the way they tap. Ristic Study. Does that mean they're going to forego the Riku? Huh, interesting. I think if I was them, I would... I don't know, it's tricky. If they attack, we definitely just block again. But the teleportation circle is basically keeping us in the game here. I really hope they don't have another counter spell. That would be very, very, very annoying. So we attack with Breya. Turn to 19. Okay. And try to use this. So destroy artifacts. And 2 damage to, I think, the Elvish Mystic. Paying the 1 so they don't draw. And hoping they don't have a counter spell. But if this resolves, this is going to be pretty monumental, because killing those 2 is going to take off 3 mana as well, which means they're 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're going to be 2 off the Riku. They're legit just going to use a counter spell. God damn it. As if they had that as well. So irritating. Straight up, they've just had 2 counter spells in a freaking row here. That just feels bullshit, but oh well. I think I might try a trick here. If they attack again with the Balmor, I might actually give it -4, -4. It's really tempting. And then block it with a 1/1. But then they'd just sack it with a Goblin Bombardment, wouldn't they? So. God damn it. And they keep drawing cards with that as well. They technically have 4 damage to kill the Breya, if they really want to. But they'll lose all of their things. They're going to attack with everything. Wow, okay. Well, we're just going to do the thing anyway. We're going to kill the Riku. We just want to take them off any advantage they could possibly gain. So they're going to sack that, kill our other 1/1. Or they're going to deal 1 damage to us. That bombardment is infuriating. Really is. Really, really is. Maybe we just start making... Go for Tezzeret, and then our ability is going to be cheaper each turn. Tithing Blade, well, that gets rid of a creature. So that's good. They've got Ristic Study, though. And we don't have double blue, so we're kind of screwed. But yeah, I'm really kind of forced here to just keep paying. Losing the Mystic. Okay. Oh, man, I don't have a good feeling about this. I need to just gain a foothold somehow. But that bloody Ristic Study, I could give them a card. I could give them a card. Ugh. Fine, I'll give them 1 card. Because I want to keep up 2 mana to do the ability. But that could be very regretful doing that. Very regretful. Especially for a freaking Signet. But we have 2 more artifacts now. Okay. Oh, this is painful. They're just slowly gaining advantage. 8, 9, 10, 11. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Play 1 more land. They can give Riku again. They should probably stop playing Riku. They should probably attack first. Because by playing Riku, that's giving me the free block. Cold Steel Heart. Okay. Fine. Unbelievable. Oh, this is scary. All because of an uncommon as well. Worst case scenario. Oh, they're going to do that thing again. Okay. Go on, use a spell. Use a spell so you're playing empty-handed. Having infinite Thopters feels pretty good, doesn't it? But not when you're going up against Goblin Bombardment. 1. So we technically gain 4 because we lose 1 life for the Mythic Draft. Spare supply. See, eggs normally is pretty good, but because I've got a study, it's just really hindering us here. At least we go up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Interestingly, by using the henge on the Cold Steel Heart, they now can't play the Riku. And we got an extra blue source, which is actually pretty awesome. Pay for that as well. Please let me know the counterspell. Please. Awesome. Let's draw some cards. Finally. A bit of card filtration.
Results. Keep working.
Okay, fine. Discard 1 artifact. And then now Teferi can deal... Return it to my hand. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to use her ability. Or are we? Or are we going to do that? Use your ability to maybe just kill this. Or just gain 5. Let's just gain 5. Yeah, hand is actually not too bad. But it does feel like Tezzeret will probably die from this. But again, they keep using spells in my turn. They've actually missed out on probably lethal 3 times now. Because they could have used Izzet Charm and Simic Charm in their turns if they just had a bit of restraint. But they choose to counter my things, which could have worked out worse. And they're just going to play Chromatic Lantern, which means they're not going to go for Riku again, which is kind of strange. And also they missed out on... I think they might have missed out on the Cost of Ventress, which means now they can't kill the Tezzeret as well. Actually, well, there's no correlation there, but what I'm saying is that by bouncing Breya in my turn, they missed out on the Ventress in my turn. And then in their turn, they could have still bounced the Breya. But then we would have had 2 1-1s, I guess. I think if we can kill the Balmor, we should be fine. Come on, dude. There's nothing you can do. You're just wasting time now. What exactly are you looking around for? There is no option. Unless... I guess one option is to Alpha Strike him with those 2 and then sacrifice those 2 to deal... Yeah, and they can deal 1 to him. Okay, fine. But that does mean they're even further away from killing me now. Even further. Okay, so we go Fires of Invention. We're basically going to set up for the next turn here. Pay. So Breya is 3. And sadly, we are actually going to just pay for this because I do not want to give them anything. Right, so we're setting up for the following turn. Once we get loads and loads of artifacts out, Tezzeret's going to cost 0 mana. It's going to be irreversible for them, I think. I find it hard to believe they could potentially deal 16 damage to me in one turn, especially given that we have 4 flying blockers. But and again, they didn't use the Vantress. I don't think they know what Vantress actually does, which is a bit weird. Okay. Yeah, definitely interesting battle. They've got so many good cards in this Hollow Field, they just haven't been able to optimize. I think they've missed playing Riku 3 turns in a row, and they should have just done it purely because the Great Henge would have drawn them a card whenever they played it. But they chose to do strange stuff, like instead play the Cold Steel Heart and then not activate the Castle Vantress twice. So yeah. I'm basically capitalizing on the fact that they've not played to their outs, but yeah, who knows? Maybe Urabats will turn things around and they could just storm off now. Oh, land. We are, honestly, we are so lucky that they keep whiffing on spells. Yeah, I think we'll just take that here. Thoughtseize is pretty useless. Urabrush being a 5/5 is very irritating. But we do have a lot of mana in order to do stuff. We could even... Can we use the Cursed Mirror to get a copy of Urabrush? We might want to save this to Alpha Strike at some point. What if we used Cursed Mirror on Balmor and then went for a spell after that to bump our team? Maybe we'll wait and see what happens. Let's just take it easy for now. We've got 13 life. We're not spending mana to cast spells. The only downside is we can't play more than 2 spells a turn or instants. I don't know why they're holding priority on this. This just feels weird. Why would you hold priority here? Have we awakened the inner sweat now? Okay, here comes the Roper. Nice. Cool. It's funny how you just play a decent game of Magic with someone and then it reaches a point when the opponent's just fed up and now they just don't want to play at all, rather than just see it out till the end. Even though it's their own fault that they've probably lost this game given the way they played the spells. Being angry at yourself somehow has to be taken out on other people. It's just stupid. Cool, so that was a really unsatisfactory end to a game there. And Combat Wombat, I think you need to kind of reassess yourself. Rope in after, like, I thought we had a pretty good game. Just feels a bit... Feels a bit annoying, dude. Need to work on that. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.